What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, I've been sitting here thinking. I saw earlier today, actually a couple of things I've been seeing about the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns. You know, there's things that teams are known for. For me, I always think about the Washington Commanders away and how they are literally the Bermuda Triangle when it comes to quarterbacks. If you're a quarterback, you really don't want to go to Washington. Trust me, you don't. Because bad things happen when you go to Washington as a quarterback. I'm just saying that your careers seem to end right there. And the same can be said about the Cleveland Browns. And let's be clear here. They have done a complete poop screw when it comes to quarterback. Now, it might work out for them with the Deshaun Watson situation eventually. But for them to go through and pay $230 million fully guaranteed for a guy whose future was in doubt, to me, just seems a little crazy. I just have to look at that and say, how come you could go through and say $230 million fully guaranteed and you might not have a full season? The other part of it was, and I'm not going to say that Baker Mayfield is the greatest quarterback out there. Baker Mayfield was not a bad quarterback. Last year, I know it was terrible. But is it just possible that maybe, just maybe, the multitude of injuries that he had made him worse? Is it possible? Because I look at it with Dak Prescott. Now, Dak had a multitude of injuries. He played pretty well through them. I know Dak haters will, disagree with me and this, that, and the other. But when you throw for 4,400 yards, 37 TDs, which is the Dallas Cowboys record, with only 10 interceptions, and you were injured most of the season, that's not bad. In fact, that's pretty freaking amazing. But with Baker Mayfield, we know that he had a problem with his left shoulder, a problem with his right shoulder, he had leg injuries. He was literally a walking mass unit. In some of the cases, he probably should not have played. Seriously. He should have been like, look, I just can't go. He toughed it out, tried to do the best he could, wasn't great. But the thing that's crazy is not knowing what your quarterback situation is going to be with Deshaun Watson. It seems like you shouldn't have annihilated him. You fire sailed him, you basically belittled him, and so on. Okay, I get it. You figure we got the new guy, Deshaun Watson. But Watson, who, right now it's sounding like 2 to 8 games. To me, that still sounds a little on the light side. I know the NFL wanted to have him suspended indefinitely with a minimum of a year more. But be that as it may, it's kind of crazy that guys are substance abuse and, getting 6 games. And after all of the cases that have happened with Deshaun Watson, in fact, the fact that the Texans settled with 30 of the complaints. The Texans settled 30 of the complaints. Like, there's got to be something a little bit more there. I'm just sorry. When I think about Randy Gregory, how much time he lost for passing the Dutchie from the left, or maybe from the right, maybe from the left and the right. How much time he was suspended for smoking weed. Not, smoking weed and driving, not smoking weed and being violent. Who smokes weed and gets violent? Anybody who smokes weed and gets violent? Never happens, right. So he got suspended literally for years for smoking weed, and Deshaun Watson, but be that as may, that's not my issue. My issue is when you start hearing about the solutions that the Browns are now looking at. They're bringing in A.J. McLaren and Josh Rosen. You're going to tell me that those two guys are better than what Baker Mayfield is? You're honestly going to talk... Josh Rosen, I know he was a former number 1 pick, but this guy was so bad. How bad was he? Arizona drafted him in the first round, thought they had their guy. After 1 season, it was like, you're gone. We're just going to cut you. Who gives up on a first-round pick the first year? You have to be extremely bad to be given up after the first year, and thus far has been on about 4 different teams. So now the Cleveland Browns have a great defense, great running attack, and all that, are now going to literally nobodies, and they at least had Baker Mayfield in there. I just don't understand it. This is what it goes back to. Never burn bridges, because you never know when you might actually need somebody. Now, there is still Jimmy Garoppolo out there, Jimmy G, whose numbers aren't exactly great as far as his statistics, but he's been to Super Bowl. He ended up kicking our Cowboys' ass, and then the next week kicking Aaron Rodgers' ass, although he only had 109 yards passing. Only 109 yards passing. But the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, didn't exactly do well himself, because he didn't get to the end zone with his legs or his arm. They lost 13-10. Be that as it may, Jimmy G has won some games. Now, there's supposedly a mysterious team that's interested in him. Unfortunately for him, because he had the shoulder surgery, he had to kind of wait till that healed before he could get out there. And for San Francisco to say, why don't you seek a deal now? There's not a lot of places to go. The Browns say they're not interested in trading for him, which means they're really interested in trading for him. You never say, yeah, I want to trade for this guy because you drive up the price. I mean, nobody's that stupid, are they? No. So there's supposedly a mysterious team that may be interested in him. We know Carolina, of course, has got Baker Mayfield. Seattle definitely needs a quarterback. I think they definitely do. The Giants, they could use one. But I could dare say the Eagles, don't sleep on it. I'm telling you, the Eagles have put some players out there, and if they're not really sure, what is that in the room? Somebody lost a cooler. Damn. If they're not really sure about Jalen Hurts, could it be that the Eagles would be in the market for Jimmy G? You know what? I should start that, because Lord knows, we always hear, teams that could be interested in. Why not? I should do one of those too. Could the Eagles be interested? Wow, look at this. Okay. Could the Eagles be interested in Jimmy G? I don't know. But we can start the rumor. All right, good people. I hope you all are having a great Thirsty Thursday. I hope you all are taking care of your business. The weekend is upon us. Come Monday, the Dallas Cowboys head to Oxnard. First practice on Wednesday. And the off-season is almost off. Have a great one. Peace.